you know about me? I seen it all, heard it all. Oh, what you know about me? I done it all, just want it all. Oh, what you know about me? I seen it all, heard it all. Oh, what you know about me? Oh, what you know about me? Oh, what you know about me?
Yo, you know what it is, man. Welcome back to another episode of More Than a Title. I'm your host, as usual, Jared, Chief Revenue Officer, Outside the Box Digital. And you know what today is, man. It's that time of day. You get that notification. That means it's pod day. So we about to go crazy today. Before we begin, I just want to say thank you to all the supporters, all the listeners, all the fam, the entire community of More Than a Title. The way you guys say it all the time, but I have to keep on reiterating it. The way you guys show up for me, the way you guys show up for the show, the way you guys show up for the purpose. It means everything. It keeps me going. We had some incredible episodes this week. Shout out to my brother Jetlag G. He came on, gave an incredible episode, 4.5 hours long, one of our hardest podcasts to date. This brother went to Dubai, bet on himself, landed a life sentence in Dubai. Kept the faith, came home, is working, doing his thing, opening in businesses, LLCs, getting to this bag, and it's beautiful. And we also had my brother Paul Hunter yesterday with a remarkable story. Youngest at 19, he's the 19th of 21 kids. The 19th child of the 21 kids. And he's, publishing books, doing shows, writing IPs, making movie scripts. He's doing his thug dizzle. So, I just want to start off by saying like that's the mission. It's highlighting people like that are getting to the bag, man, that are persevering through everything. Because when I tell you guys, when you're on your passion, there's going to be every obstacle in the way that's going to try to deter you from that shit. It's going to be every single thing you could think of, things that you couldn't even imagine, but you're not going to know what you're able to do or what you're going to accomplish until you're facing it. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you're out here grinding, betting on yourselves, man. And that's what I want to be. I want to be the inspiration for that. Doing 2 times a week. Now I'm doing 3 days a week. Damn near cut my finger off yesterday. Put some alcohol and hit it with the Keenan Ivory. Oh, with the mama. Hit it with the I'm going to get you, sucker. Bandaged this motherfucker up and came through and parted. Because I love what I do. And I love y'all, man. We're going to make this shit happen. And today, no different. We have a great episode lined up. This brother, we was already sharing jokes in the back room. I already know this is going to be one of them ones. Shout out to my brother, Tori. Tori, thank you for being a great, part of the community, my brother, man. He's somebody that facilitates a lot of interviews. He's somebody that speaks highly of us in rooms we're not there. And that's the people I want in my circle. So I want to say I love you, my brother. Appreciate you as always. And with that being said, let's get to the shit, you dig?
Let's start the show.
Get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. I got my brother on here, man. We're going to give him the proper introduction that he deserves. If you're a first-time listener, welcome to More Than a Title. I'm your host, Jared. And you already know what we do here. This ain't about, your titles, your labels. It's about who's really putting on, who's standing on what they stand on, who's really making an impact out here when nobody's watching. Today's guest, an artist, a visual activist, someone who's using his gift to speak for the people, coming out of Queens and now making major noise in Prince George's County. This brother built a name for himself by capturing the moments that matter most, which is our pain, our culture, our victories, all through his art. He's been recognized at the highest levels, worked alongside major platforms and networks, and honored lives that deserve to never be forgotten. But beyond that, what he stands on the most is commitment and purpose. He's not just creating for attention. He's creating to move people, to spark conversation, and represent the voices that go unheard, y'all. You've seen him on Fox News. You've seen him on Jimmy Kimmel. You've seen him on Jay Leno. You've seen him on Ellen DeGeneres. You've seen him on the Monique Show. And you've seen all his work in power. And now he's on your favorite podcast for the very first time. Let's introduce my brother, Mr. Demont Pinder, y'all.
What up?
Out here moving. My boy moving.
How you feeling, man? I appreciate that introduction, man. That was amazing. I'm humbled by that.
I appreciate you, bro. You out doing the work, man. You put the words on the paper. I just said them.
When people recognize it, man, it makes it that much better,
Absolutely, but it's still going when no one recognizes it. That's why we're able to recognize it now. Because I know you've had some tough moments, hard days, and like, damn, should I still do this thing and all that? And we're gonna get to it, bro. That's why I want people to understand before they get off the joint. I want them to understand you as a person, the brother, the father, you know what I mean? All the different aspects. So with that said, let's take it from the beginning, bro. Like, you know, Queens, you from Queens. Tell us about growing up.
Yeah. I was born in Southside Jamaica.
Outside.
But born in Queens General Hospital. That's where I was born at. My family foundation would be American Farmers Boulevard, that area. So we want to put Southside on it or not. I still have family. Like my father literally is Southside. So we want to be technical with it. Southside is a little further down, but right down the street. But I have family planted right in there. But yeah, I'm from Queens. I moved from Rosedale to American Farmers to Hollis to Left Rack before I moved down to the DMV. And it's crazy. First and foremost, my mom, she passed 4 years ago.
Condolences, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I just said that because I'm about to bring in to what I'm about to say. So a couple of years ago, when she was living, I said, Mom, do you realize we moved from 57th Avenue, which is in Left Rack, to 57th Avenue, which is in Bladensburg, Prince George's County? And she said, I never thought about it that way. So that's a known fact. We literally moved unintentionally too. We moved from 57th Avenue in Queens to 57th Avenue in DMV. So, you know, being born there, and then growing up here, I'm now from NYDMV, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. What sparked the moves? What was Mama Love doing, Pops? What was they doing, bro, to spark the moves?
Well, at the time, my mom and Pops wasn't together. She had at that point she had a boyfriend actually. She had a boyfriend, but she actually left him right in New York, right? For whatever reason, I was a kid. I don't really know the particulars, but
yeah, we just living it. Word.
I just remember her leaving, coming down to the DMV, and starting out like she wanted to provide a better life for me in her mind, like, you know, growing up in New York. In her mind, she's like, okay, I want to take him a little bit out of this environment. And we all know, definitely today, we all know that every environment has both. You could go to Hawaii, think it's sweet out there, and it's an environment out there. You know what I mean? You got to learn how to speak and adapt to their language. You know, you can't just think because somebody walking down the street with like flowers around their waist that is sweet. You know, you don't know what that represents. So
absolutely, pop your top out there. Real shit. Every place got a hood, man.
I never been. I don't know what goes down. I'm just using that as an example of like, you gotta respect everywhere you at, no matter where you at. So, but in her mind, you know, coming from the city and a lot of things was going on, moving and shaking up there, and we was visiting down here. My aunt and uncle, we got a chance to see the different, you know, more green on the grass and things like that. So I think it was already in the works, either months, years, and plan. I don't know the time frame, but we moved down there, and her main thing was that she wanted to provide a better lifestyle. Like I don't know, but whatever she did though, it did work because I'm looking at all the relationships I've been able to build while I'm here. And I can't say I wouldn't build them same relationships in New York at the time, but we just don't know. It don't exist. So we can't. What we can do is understand what happened now, where we at today. So her call bring me down here. It gave me a chance to look at life in two different ways and really appreciate everywhere that I travel. Like being born in New York and coming down here, and then understanding down here that if you're from out of town, you might not understand. So I get the best of both worlds. Like I like to think that so you know, just to jump ahead, and we can come back. But just as a prime example, I share this a lot. So you know who created Go-Go, right?
Nah, I don't know the exact person, but I know that's a DC thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So the godfather of Go-Go is Chuck Brown, right? So he created the whole genre of music and everything, where a lot of our legends, icons sampled the music and used it. You know what I'm saying? Even matter of fact, when Jay-Z was like 5 a.m. at the song, you know what I mean? Like 6 a.m. That came from a go-go band. What? You know what I'm saying? So that one little piece came from a go-go band, and he put that in his rhyme. So they sample go-go a lot. But what I'm saying is though, so Chuck Brown, who's the godfather of go-go, his daughter KK, she had me come out some years ago now. I think the daughter now, I think little Chink is like 6 years old, I believe. Somewhere around that. So she had me come out about 7 years ago, 6.5, 7 years ago, when she was still pregnant. She wanted me to come to the baby shower and paint Betty Boop, which is her favorite character, on her stomach. So I'm in the heart of DC, right? So Southeast is like all parts of DC got their own unique feeling to it. And everybody's each Northeast, Southeast, Northwest, Southwest, they all got their own individual respect. So no one is greater than the other, in my opinion. I look at it all the same. I respect each one. I got friends and family in each one. But it's been coined that pretty much Southeast is like the heart of DC for the most part. So I'm in the middle of I'm in the heart of DC, right? Southeast. MLK Boulevard. We all know about MLK Boulevards and stuff like that, right?
There's an MLK everywhere, and I'm assuming it's the hood. There's MLK in every hood.
So I'm there at the baby shower. I'm there painting her stomach. You know, the room was filled with all her people's friends and family and everything. I think I was there solo, actually. You know, but I was cool, though. You know, I went there, did my thing solo. I'm sitting there painting, and she on a microphone. She was like, yo, shout out to my guy, Demont Picasso. He like that, y'all. He like that, right? She said, yeah, he from New York, but he ours. You know what I'm saying? So I was just bringing that up to say, like, I adapted down here and really made strong bonds with like friends and that's now family today. So here it is. You have the daughter of an icon who started a whole genre of music that represents the city. Herself personally is telling all her people like, yo, he from New York, but he always like, yo, nah, we claim him. So, you know, I definitely get a kick out of that, and I'm humbled by that. And I share that story a lot because it means a lot. It really means that whatever I've done or what I'm doing, it get people to know who I am as a person, no matter where I'm from or where I'm at. You know, I'm the type of person I like to bridge both worlds together. So if I got my DMV people here, I want to take them to New York and just show them certain things. Like, yo, that's where so and so was born at. Hey, this is where they shot X, Y, and Z at. You know what I mean? Things like that. Yo, sit in front of Biggie Stoop in Brooklyn. You know, and these are real things though. I actually done it. So I give my DC DMV folks a piece of New York that they might not have seen personally before. I'm kind of giving like a little tour, little hood tour a little bit. You know what I mean? Nothing crazy. I'm not like bring them in the middle of X, Y, and Z, but just showing them different things, right? We take pictures. And then for the flip side, I could bring my New York people down to the DMV, and then I could show you, I could walk in clubs with the owners. I'm like this with the restaurant people. I got like my adult life here is way more stronger than New York. I got friends and family in New York, but I can't walk you into a club in New York. If that makes sense. Now, if they know who Demont Pinder is, thank you. You know, but I don't bank on that. But at home in DMV, get you some rest because they take you everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like just like we gonna do stop to stop. Like my wife already know. Like I'm coming in the house like 4 or 5 o'clock, and she looking at the person who with me like, yo, I told you, like you're gonna hit like 10 spots literally in a day. So
well, I'm gonna tell you not to stop you, bro. I'm telling you right now, I'm coming down there next month. So I'm you. I promise you, I'm coming down there next month. Word the mother.
I promise you, I got you. I promise you.
We outside, bro. We bring the cameras, make something happen. We got the cameras, let's make a movie, bro. But I did want to say something funny, bro. We like the only culture that do this shit. Like, you know, when we go to other places, like, man, I went to LA. I had to go where Ricky got shot in Boys in the Hood. I had to see, like, we the only culture that do shit like that. I gotta go to every hood. I gotta see.
I went there. I went to the alley.
Yeah, the train station.
I did a whole
alley with the train station all over. They found a dead body. I went there.
I ain't do the train station joint, but I went to the alley. So my homegirl PCB, I've been on tour with Eric and Raquel, right? She's DJing for him. That's little sis, real dope, right? Mm-hmm. That's how we met and built a relationship. So when I was in LA a couple years back, I asked her to take me to like the Menace joint, Boys in the Hood. So she took me to the alley where Ricky got shot. So I did a reenactment. I had her film me I was driving a Porsche truck. It was a rented joint. You know what I mean? Like it was something slight.
I'll still give you a horn for it.
Yeah. No. It's every time I share a detail, it's a reason. Like I'm bringing it up because it plays a part of the story. So at the time, I had a Porsche. I had a Porsche truck or whatever. It was no different from like a regular car. So that's the reason why I got it. Like it wasn't like I needed it for red carpet. Nah, it was. I said, you know what? I never drove a Porsche truck. Let me get it. It's reasonable. It's like Enterprise got it for a slight upgrade. Let me just get it. You know what I'm saying? So I actually got it. I even went to go visit the Marathon store, and I parked across the street. I didn't want nobody to see me getting out of a Porsche truck right there in the middle of the hood. I'm gonna go there, but I don't want to be there.
Yeah, draw that attention. Yeah, you know.
I was cool over there. You know what I'm saying? I was in and out. You know, I did my little things out of there. But back to the alley. So I had her film me drive up. Oh no, the car was already there. It was the Porsche, right? I had her film me roll down the window. So I'm in the window, I'm looking just like my man, but I'm sticking out an easel. The easel I use for my canvas.
Fire. Yeah,
like I got, and I'm acting like that's a shotgun, but it's an easel. I'm being playful. So I got the easel pointing out the window, and then you can hear the sound effects too, like Ricky. And I'm in the alley, like since we edited. I'm in the alley now. Now she filming me running, whatever. So I love stuff like that, man. I went to Chicago. Me and my wife, we went to the Home Alone house.
Gotta do that.
I went there. I went to everywhere I go. I try to go somewhere. What was another dope joint that I've been to? Minneapolis. Went to the Purple Rain house.
Oh, that's fire. Yeah. I ain't going. I've been a lot. I ain't going to Minneapolis. I definitely did the marathon. Did all them joints, bro. We went to McCullough. I had to go where The Wire was filmed. We went right where the couch was there, bro.
Yeah. So you might have went recently then.
Yeah, I went to McCullough like a year ago.
Yeah. So Trey Chaney, right? Poop. They did a photo shoot there. Him and Slim Charles from The Wire. That's his name is Big G. So so Big G, he actually has a band called Backyard Band, right? Like it's one of the most legendary bands out here in DC, like the Go-Go joint. So he's a big public figure out here in the DMV. Big G, Slim Charles.
Oh,
like aside from The Wire, him personally and his band, they're a legendary band. Like this is my people. So, but they had a photo shoot, like a reunion, where they all was out there on that same couch. That's how I knew you went out there recently, because they just filmed that like a year ago or something. They must have just left.
Still out there, bro. We took the same thing. We did the same thing. Had the drink like we was on the phone, looking at the joint. All that. The clotheslines is out there. Shit was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
In and out. Same thing with Nipsey drink. So we went to Nipsey drink right after he passed. No, was it? No, was it before? I think it was after he passed. Yeah, they had the memorial. That was after he passed, bro. So we saw Cowboy. We saw a bunch of them. That's before they closed it off. We sat there, bro. It was crazy out there. It felt like shit was happening all around me, but shit didn't happen.
No,
it was crazy.
You could feel the air. Like when I went there, it was closed off. I couldn't go on the plaza. It was like a gate up. It was right there. You could look through it, but right beside it though, they were selling T-shirts. And I know for a fact that they probably wasn't even with the marathon for real. Like they was doing their own. They was doing their own thing. So
that's man.
You could definitely feel like the spirit and like just the essence of that neighborhood. I went down the street though. I took a picture in front of they had a Nipsey mural, like right by like a tire shop or something, right up the street.
Yeah, it is one. There's one on the wall right there by the joint. Yeah.
Yeah, on the main joint. Yeah, I took a picture there. I went to the house. I went to the house that Kane. Was it Kane? No. Kane is Menace to Society, right?
Yeah, you went to Kane grandmama house.
Not that one. I went to the one with him and was Harold. His cousin Harold.
Oh, cousin Harold. So the drink when they had the party.
When they walked in, the dude got whipped on.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. He's like, yeah. I went to that same that house, the doorstep. I went to Fridays. And Yo-Yo is funny because Yo-Yo is actually like I'm just thinking about movies and stuff, but Yo-Yo, the legend, Yo-Yo is that's my heart right there. That's my sister right there. So big love all the time, man. That's my LA experience. You know what I mean?
Fire. You know I'm gonna have to bring it up before we go too far, bro, and reminisce. I gotta bring it up. First of all, how are you doing somebody's How you painting Betty Boop on somebody's stomach? How are you not nervous? And how the hell do you practice for that, bro?
Oh, there's no practice. I mean, well,
you feel me? I'd have been nervous, especially she the Go-Go King's daughter. Like, yeah, I'm in front of all these people. I have no practice. Like, what made you that confident? Like, I'm gonna do it.
Nah, the thing is though, I'm real confident when it comes to my art. Like, I'm real confident. As long as I got the right materials and I got the right subject, like I'm real confident. Like, it could be a billion people. If I know I got a blank canvas, I got my right paints, my brushes, whatever, I'm good. That's the only thing that make me feel comfortable. Like, I could go in the middle of the hood. As long as I ain't gotta worry about no straight shots, that's not, you know what I mean? Nothing's directed towards me for real. I'm good because I feel like I could go in the hood, right, amongst everybody, and I could figure out who's the heartbeat of this town. And then if I sit there and paint them right there in front of everybody, it's gonna draw that attention. You know what I mean? It's gonna draw that positive attention to it. Like that's and that to a degree. I've done something like that to a degree. Juvenile birthday party. I can share that too. What I'm talking about, but I feel like me and my art, I'm just real comfortable with it. So it's no practice, or the practice is just doing it for over 20-something years and just naturally I'm getting better and better with my skill. And even right now, I'm still trying to get better and better. I'm trying to still advance. So, you know, we can talk about these pieces later. You know, I make things out of everything. Those are puzzle pieces.
Let's go into, but a segue that I want people to understand when did you know you found, when did you fall in love with this, right? You said you've been doing it 20-something years. You the mama love, y'all moving. When was that moment you was like, damn, I'm nasty with this shit. Like, I'm gonna keep going.
So fifth, sixth grade, when I moved down to I think it was sixth grade actually. Sixth grade. It was six. So I moved down like a year before I moved to the DMV. Bladensburg, a town called Bladensburg, right? That's right on the borderline of DC, like right there. It's like Brooklyn, Queens. Right? And then from there, we moved a couple of times, man. You know, we had trials and tribulations as far as like the moving experience and stuff like that, man. You know, I share that a lot. It made me who I am today, like the evictions and stuff like that. My mom, just to put it in perspective though, well, my mom left the telephone company in New York many years ago, right? I have a 88, 89. And then when she came down here and worked, what she was making in New York, even 20-something, 30 years later, she never even reached what she was making in New York, like the pay rate.
Yeah,
so
it definitely different.
It changed the lifestyle a little bit. It was like an adjustment. Like, she always kept us in her and my stepdad, my bonus dad. I credit him too as well. You know, I got a living father who I got a living father who I respect and I love dearly. And then my mom and her husband, who both passed a couple of years apart, I credit them for like my upbringing. So when I'm speaking about like the evictions, it really just came from them just trying to keep us in a decent neighborhood. Like, we never lived in, like, things happen everywhere, but we never live like they always just try to keep a certain standard. So with that, having the same pay rate but still trying to stay above a little bit of, you know, certain neighborhoods, you fall short if you're a paycheck late, you know, and things like that. So that's just the reality of it. So, you know, just my experience on unfortunately being evicted, it really turned out to be a blessing years later, because every place that I moved to, I made friends and family that if I met a friend and made family or whatever, I promise you today we still the same way.
That's a fact.
Like, I got people like from 5th, 6th grade who were like brothers and sisters like right now. So that comes from moving to different neighborhoods. So it was a blessing. It was a blessing in disguise. But when I first noticed that I was kind of nice with the art, it was my 6th grade in Greenbelt, Maryland, right? Spring Hill Lake Elementary. So I'm a New York kid, and at the time, my older cousin, who's more of a brother to me, he was showing me how to do graffiti, like with letters and stuff. When we spent hours, like just, I was nasty with it because I was really being trained from like a high school person into the elementary, like really being trained on like my skills at that level. And then on top of that, my older sister, she's an incredible artist. She used to grow up. I mean, I grew up watching her paint and draw cartoon characters and stuff like that. So I'm seeing this all around my upbringings. And then if you want to dig deeper, my pops, he was a barber. You know, he nice with his hand. My brother who passed away, he was nice with his hands too, like building cars and things like that. My mom, my grandmother. So I have it naturally. I have the gift naturally. But to go back into the when I noticed it, it was me doing my name graffiti style on my Trapper Keepers back in the days. I always share the story. Trapper Keys. I'm doing my name. I'm nice with it. So it come like I'm the new kid. I don't know nobody. So that's how I escape in my world. I'm on my business. But when people coming out like, oh man, that's tight. I don't know what word they used back in the days like, as a kid. If it was tight, whatever. But they were like, yo, that's tight. Can you do my name too? I'm like, yeah. So I did their name. Can you do mine? And this is over time too. Like, can you do mine? Yeah. So I became the artist of the school.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and my man Six, who's a super dope videographer / producer, he tell the story to the day. He like, yo, I was the man in school until they used to call me Monty. Until Monty came with his New York markers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a playful that I've been able to earn. So it went from me drawing people names on Trapper Keepers and things like that and building relationship, friendship. It went from 6th grade throughout school. And then I also noticed like, oh, this is how I can make friends. This is how I could be loved and I could spread love. Oh, this is how I could pass my class. I'm not an English person. I'm not so better believe out of every project, I'm gonna ace that art part of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get an E, but I might get that C. I might get that B, but I'm gonna get the C, whatever. But the art part of it though, they know I put all this attention to the art. It's like the teacher gonna feel bad if they just fail me. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that worked out for me as far as using my art throughout school and even today in life. But
That's
6th
right.
grade, I credit that 6th grade joint as a kid on like, oh, I really got something that changed everything. And I'm sure I got different after that where I looked at it like, okay, you kind of nice, you know what I mean?
So how do you get to the point? So now, like, say we graduate high school, college, if you went, whatever. You know what I'm saying? How we turn this passion and this talent, and how do we monetize it? How do we turn it into a business? When did that start kicking in for you, bro? Because you got crazy stories.
Yeah. So the way it kicked in for me was, so I was working at FedEx, right, for about 5 years. First, I started out as a handler in the warehouse, loading the trucks. But before that, I was working for a place called Sports Zone. That's a sneaker place. It's like you would see that store inside the Coliseum or something like that. It's a dope sneaker store, right? So I was working for there. My service was good. So this lady, she came and she was like, I like the way you work. Would you ever want to work at FedEx? I'm like, FedEx? Absolutely. She said, I could get you in there, or I could, fill out an application. I filled it out, kind of find out it was my man mom, and I didn't even know it. And she didn't know our relationship either, though, but she liked how I worked, how, I treated her as a customer. Then she wanted to provide opportunity for me to get a more stable job. I went down to FedEx. Fast forward, I worked there for like a year. And then when I was of age, 21, I was able to become a driver, a courier. So my route was literally a block away from the White House, to put it in perspective. Between 11th and 15th on G Street. And literally at the end of 15th Street, the White House is like a block, like right there. So that's where I was at daily. So you got the FedEx movement, right? So fast forward, I had some great times there too. Fast forward, then we could go back into that somehow. But fast forward, I was selling CDs at the time. My brother, one of my best friends, childhood friends, is Raheem. Grammy Award winning Raheem Devon. I got to put some respect on his name, right?
Yeah, he just said like he was regular Raheem.
Yeah.
Nigga say your name, Raheem.
BET Award winning, there's a lot of dope things.
No, that's just man funny though, bro.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, Raheem. Yeah. So, and he on tour right now too. They started yesterday. Him and Flo with you. Those are my peoples, man. So shout out to them. So at the time I was working at FedEx, like I was one of the best to do it. I was selling shirts. I was selling Raheem CDs. Right. Or do I got to keep saying Grammy Award winning Raheem? Or we know
No. We
Raheem?
know Raheem now. The first, I thought it was Raheem. It could have been Radio Raheem. I don't know.
Yeah. so I'm selling CDs, right? He had an independent group, Urban Ave 31, Crossroads, with W. Ellington. So shout out to that whole movement, like Sister Tracy, D Chase, Sister Tracy, 30. I get so many beautiful, dope people, man. Tone Walters. I hate that I started naming because I know for a fact I left a lot of people out when we be here for hours. So just to like put it in perspective, like it was a whole movement, underground movement that they was doing. So I was selling CDs of that movement, and Raheem was doing mixtapes, some dope mixtapes like Street Experience, Volume 1, 2, 3, whatever. So I was selling this stuff on the road. So one time, and I also was doing his clothes too, though. So I could credit myself for like being one of his early stylists. I was taking like denim jackets and suit jackets and doing art on it, hoodies and stuff like that. So yeah, that's my title, man. I was probably his first stylist for real, you know. So I used to sell the joint. One time we met up, right? I think it was Denny's. We met up. I was gonna give him his, his money and everything. So we having breakfast or something. Gave him his money. It was like a drug transaction with those CDs. Yeah, all right, you know what I'm saying? It was all legal. But so I gave him the money. We sitting there talking, right? He's like, yo, man, I'm about to go on the road soon. I'm gonna need you to quit your job. And I'm like, I'm a single father right now, right? He said, nah, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like I got the help of my mom and my bonus dad at the time. I'm like, I'm a single father. I got benefits at the job. Like, he said, nah, I get it, but I think you need to, like, all right, cool. So I just kept it as a mental note. I don't know exactly how long after that conversation the transition began, but I will say though, I was at FedEx. So 2 weeks, I gave him a 2 weeks notice. What I did was I wrote a note. I said, to my FedEx family, thank you so much for accepting me. And, I made a lot of friends and family here over the years. I learned a lot of great things. X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z. And by this time, everybody knew who I was as far as like selling CDs, doing art in the break room or in the men's locker room. Like I do a picture. I have a blow dryer. I have it blow drying. I put the blow dryer on the finish, let it dry it. I run, jump in the shower, get dressed, come back. It's dry. I fold it up or whatever it is. Then I make my way down to Dream or Love Nightclub. You had to hear about that. It was the biggest club on the East Coast, like Dream. Matter of fact, you remember Hey Ma video with
definitely that. Yeah.
When he went to the club, that's my man Taz. So Taz used to be out in the Dream, and he kicked him out or couldn't let him in, whatever. That's really Dream Nightclub. The big, like the dopest. It'll never be another Dream situation ever. Like it's iconic. So at the time, FedEx was like 3 minutes down the road. So I used to leave FedEx with my art, and I go to Dream, get in, make my move with whoever. I take the disposable camera. We take the picture. The next day, I go get the 1 hour photo. Then I bring it back to the job, so people see like, yo, you were just working on this yesterday. Now you got a picture with Alicia Keys or whoever. So that's how I kind of build up my portfolio. So this is why I'm working at FedEx. So again, I had that meeting with Raheem. We talking about like the future and everything. Like, y'all need to quit your job. Fast forward, I started thinking. I said, I'm gonna do this. So back to the letter that I wrote. I wrote, thank you for the love and things. I said, but in 2 weeks, it'll be December 23rd will be my last day. This is 2 weeks. And I did it, and I Xeroxed that. So everybody in the station could have a copy. I gave everybody a copy. I did that at my own personal receipt because if I would have just said it, when the 23rd came, I could have been like, nah, Jared, I'm gonna probably quit next month or
the next check.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when I put that out, that was my word. So I had to like follow up with it. So they threw me a leaving a resigning party, whatever. It was dope. So that's December 23rd. January 6th, the following year, was my first plane ride as an adult that I can remember. Definitely as an adult. I don't know if I rode on the plane before, but definitely as an adult. Our first show was in Ohio. That was January 6th. I never forget. It might have been like the House of Blues or something, but that was my first show. And then we've been rocking for like 16 years. like later. So that journey opens up whatever questions you may have inside of that. So that's when it. So to answer your question though, that's when it really turned into the business. From leaving FedEx, going on tour, and then also just learning things along the way. So that's that's.
Nah, that's fine. You bet on yourself, bro. So you go to House of Blues. You have your first performance. What are some of the ups and downs that you experienced when you started, right? Because we're still trying to figure out, the value of the painting, how much y'all charge, what does travel look like? Like, we figuring this shit out, right? Like, so what were some of the ups and downs that you experienced, bro?
So as far as the traveling, when you on tour, you with with the artist Raheem at that time.
Okay, you on tour with Raheem? Got you. Now I'm with you.
Yeah, that was 16. I did 16 years with Raheem, like straight.
All right.
So of course, under that umbrella, certain things are already taken care of, like the travel and stay and things like that. I forgot how we actually got to the pricing point, like how to charge, because we were selling some pictures after the shows, and then a lot of it I still have to this day, like kept in the storage. Like a lot of those pieces that didn't sell, which I would have loved to sell at that moment, but guess what? That money would have been gone already. Now I actually have the masters still to pieces that I've done from 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of that.
Wait, hold on. I gotta ask. I've never heard of masters on art. I've heard masters on music. I've never heard masters in art.
Yeah. So I got the originals.
Okay, so just having the original, that's the master. Got you.
That's the master. That's the original. Like, this is the print on the shirt. Obviously, these are prints. That's an original though. But I can make a print of this. But this is my master, right? This is the So just being on the road and making. I built a lot of dope connections on the road too. Traveling with them. We toured with some of the best. You know what I'm saying? Who we still family with today. Like the Anthony Hamiltons, the Jill Scotts. New Edition. You know what I mean? So it's endless, bro. It's endless. I'm trying to be careful on what I say because I know there's so many deeper stories attached to that moment. So I want to get a lot on this interview, but I don't want people to look at it like it's a marathon because we could take it there. If you want to take it for 24 hours,
I got more drink. We could just celebration, bro. So but I do want to know, like, so I'm asking, what is one of your dopest memories that you remember? Because you got so many, bro. We got pictures we can load up right now. You got dope stories. Like, what was the one moment when you was like, yo, damn, I made it, bro. Like, this is it. I made it.
The moment where I said I made it, and I'm sure it's some before that, right? I'm sure it's a lot more before this, but I'll share a moment. How about that?
Let's do it, bro. I'm with you.
Say first moment, but I'll share a moment where I'm like, yo, we made it. And even after that, I'm still trying to make it. I still don't think that I made it. I'm still, even after that. But at that moment, at that time, yo, we made it. But then, when that's an old story now. That's an old story. You got to make it again.
You got to make it again and make it again, bro. That's the grind.
So one of the moments you mentioned earlier, like the Ellen show, the Jay Leno show, the Jimmy Kimmel, like those TV sets is crazy when you think about it because we behind, like for the Ellen show, we behind like this a digital wall. I don't know how it look on the other side for the audience, but it may be, I don't know. It wasn't just a curtain, I don't think. I can't remember. I remember it was something like a digital something. But basically it was closed. And we backstage, we behind the whatever situation was, everybody in position. I got my easel. We got the musicians. We got Rod in the front. And it's about to be moments before showtime. Like literally when the curtains or whatever that is open, you in front of the world. We talking about Ellen. You in front of the world. Millions. Like not even exaggerate. Like millions. Oof. I'm not even exaggerating on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like literally millions at the
with the Varnell, cooked like baked clams. With the Varnell, cooked like baked clams.
Yeah, for real, man. So that pressure, we only doing one song. TV World is crazy. That's a three minute and 14-second performance. I got to put something on the canvas for the world. That pressure is crazy. So it's a funny story attached to this that I always share.
Woo.
My early work was I take a blank canvas, and this is how I develop it because we didn't have a lot of time on some of the shows. Like the New Edition tour, we only had we started out with just 14 minutes or something like that, something crazy. And then we earned the right to do like 45 minutes to an hour when somebody was late to a show or couldn't perform. They like, Rock, can you do an hour? We was like, hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of my collection is from the fast pieces. So with that, I had to develop a style that could get right to the point, it's colorful, it could tell a story, and I feel good about it. So at the time I had a blank canvas, what I did was I used to always watch the colors on it first. Just colors, 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 colors. Then when I'm ready to start painting, I take the black paint at the time was the sweet. I used to do the scribbles. You know, you ever seen the puffy paint for the shirts and stuff? I used to use those. That was my actual supplies and stuff. So I used to use that, and I used to actually paint and draw with the scribble joint. So watch the colors, watch the colors, watch the colors. Then I take the black joint, and then I do my detail. So for the Ellen joint, I remember the colors I used. It was like blues, purples, burgundy, whatever. It was real dark colors, right? So when I did her picture, I'm done. I sketched it. Boom, boom, it's done. Raheem finished. Everybody clapping. Like, yeah. I looked over in the corner. I just shared the story last week too. I looked over the corner. No, I shared the story at the Marvin Gaye show we're gonna talk about. I looked over in the corner. I saw Raheem manager at the time, Jerry Vines. He in the corner, right? Remember the whole world's on my back. Like, you know, we just friends killing it in my mind, the performance. I look in the corner. He like, yo, what you do? I'm like, what? He said, yo, she look black. I said, oh. Remember I used the colors, blue, but I did her sketch on top of it, so it made her skin tone. So that was one of the moments, but it turned out dope though because they was like, yo, she love it. Can we have it? You know what I'm saying? So they took it. That was a very valuable piece though, like for me to do that live and But yeah, that was a funny moment.
How do you get to that, though, bro? How do you even get to the point? How is Ellen, Jay, how are they reaching you out? Like, do you have a PR team? You doing a solo? Is it just you, wifey? Like, how are they finding you?
Yeah, at the time I definitely wasn't married. At the time, that was Raheem. That was Raheem platform. I'm the artist. I'm the creative. So I go where he go, and I'm in charge of the art part of it, like whatever. So, but ahead of that, I mean, behind that, it's a whole machine running. Like you have the Jerry Vines and Cliff and Shell White. Like I mean, there's so many. Definitely, I road manage events. You know what I'm saying? So it's so many components to a platform like that or a situation. You got the label reps. It's so many different things. I learned a lot being on the road with them because I see like the radio stations and the PR like you talking about is a whole package. So that's how I got on the show because I was the art director for Raheem. They hired Raheem, so Raheem brings his team, and that's how I fell under that part. While I was on the road. Yeah.
That's still fine, but you get the chance. First of all, it's the opportunity. First of all, shout out for him for still being like. Yeah. First of all, he's the one that told you to quit the job.
Yeah, he is.
Told you to quit the job, bro, and was a man of his word. You rocked out with him for 16 years. So now every opportunity that he gets, you in the purview of the shit, and now you can make your own relationships. It doesn't matter. Yo, bro, I carry the bag. I do this, whatever we need to do to get to the win, right? And most people are not even down to do that. Yeah. So I commend Ja. You know how it be, bro. It's a lot of. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he's like, yo, this is my guy, and you're able to make an opportunity where I'm like, I'm going to paint on live TV and do a piece for Ellen, for Jay, and all of these people, bro. And then, like you said, 1 turn to 2, 2 turn to 4, 4 turn to Mo, and you keep going.
I got a cool story with the Jimmy Kimmel joint. I was the first person, and I haven't seen it after, or I have nobody challenge it. If somebody did do it, we didn't see it. But I was the first person, and I'm not that person to be screaming out. Yeah, I was the first. I'm just sharing a deep into fact.
If it's a fact, it's a fact. Man, let's chin up, chest out. You did it, bro. F that.
I was sponsored by Apple. They sent me an iPad, and I used that on the Jimmy Kimmel joint. I was the first person to draw digitally on TV. Well, definitely the TV shows. So I did Jimmy Kimmel on the iPad. So I'm sitting there in the chair. They could look it up. I'm sitting on the chair. I had the Trey Songz haircut because I know he just cut his hair real low. It's like bald, whatever. So my hair at the time was what Trey got now, like the real low. Shout out to my bro Trey, man.
the Trey cut it low.
So I did the iPad. Matter of fact, it's crazy that I brought this up. That's crazy. See how God works? I'm bringing him up as an example because I remember me sitting on the chair and I got the low haircut. And I just remember that Trey cut his hair real low. So I'm like, yeah, shout out to Trey. But one of the last times I seen my brother was at the Lovers and Friends Festival a couple years back with my sis Diana, all right? My sister Diana, a homegirl. I performed with Trey and him. Like, yo, Picasso, what up? Him and my man Jay, I performed with him. Like, yo, come on stage with us. They wanted me to paint, but I left it in the car, which was, you know how festival is. They take you with a golf cart to the car. It's like I didn't have time.
It's a mile away, 3 miles away to the joint. Yeah.
I had my iPad with me, so I literally did an iPad picture at the festival with Trey. So it was more so me sitting to the side, capturing the moment from my view. So that was just a full circle moment. Now I think about it, but the Jimmy Kimmel joint, I was on there performing with the iPad, and they came with the camera shots and everything, zooming on the top on the iPad. So I brought the digital world to the digital performance world to the, late night talk show type of situation. So that's the Jimmy experience. Jay Leno, I got dope pictures. I'm like, yo, Jay, can we take pictures? Like, yeah. I said, yo, if I get behind the desk, he said, come on, let's do it. So I got a dope picture of Jay Leno when I'm behind the desk, right? I don't think nobody got that. Quietly, I don't think nobody had.
That's fire.
So I'm in the green room, right? While they doing sound checking, riding the van doing sound check. I'm in the green room. I'm doing a piece. I said, you know what? I'm gonna do 2 pieces. I'm gonna do a piece. I learned my lesson with the Ellen joint, I believe. I think she was first. I said, I'm gonna do a piece for him so he could have, right? So that was in the green room working on a piece. And while I'm working on it, the producers was coming inside the room. They're like, man, that's a beautiful picture. Like, tap my shoulder. You gotta make his chin bigger though. I said, oh,
nah.
It's a thing. So when he said that, I said, okay, I got this now. Because the whole time, like, I don't know how to, I don't know how to do it. Right. When he gave me the okay, I said, all right, boom, I did it. So I got a picture of me and him with that picture, but the picture that I did live, I still had that piece to today. So that's definitely like one of my, if this was a car collection, that would be like a Rolls Royce to me out of the art world. You know what I mean? The actual on a Jay Leno joint.
So at that point, do you keep the masters and give them a print, or do you give them the masters and keep a print?
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I did 2, because I want to keep
a print, right? Yeah,
I did one master at the green room, before we even performed. Got that out the way. We gave it to and then the one that I did live was the one that I felt like I want to keep myself if it didn't cause anything. So that's my master. So I still have that piece right now. Like, fire. I gotta really put that on display. It's not even no more. It's no more Tonight Show right now.
Come on, bro. That's crazy, bro. So I'm gonna bring up some of the pictures, bro. Now we're gonna go through some stories, bro. Now I gotta ask you. Please. So you made this journey with the legend, bro, because he just passed away, man. Shout out to the legend DMX, bro. Shout out to the dog, man. God rest. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny seeing. I literally got a like. I got a like today on my Instagram from his account. Of course, somebody's running it. I don't know who it is, but they always show love. Even when I post, they like. But whoever runs the account literally liked something that had nothing to do with him, just like the joint. I saw that today. So shout out to the dog.
Nigga, this is fire, bro.
I want to say, I might got his obituary somewhere over here, but I'm inside of it. Matter of fact, hold on.
Fire. With the dog.
Yeah. Give it an exclusive.
Come on, if we're gonna do that, then we're gonna get the motherfucker home. We're gonna do that.
It might be 4K.
Let's go.
This real talk. I wanna. I can't find that the obituary. It's around here somewhere, right?
Now, I'm getting comments right now, bro. The people saying the pictures is crazy.
Nah, thank you.
Oh, you read it?
Of the Dove magazine. This is something totally different though.
So he was on the magazine. That's how you end up meeting him, or that's what he had? Or you made the shirt?
I had left a shirt. I had know he was gonna tag. See, you see how many stories it is? I ain't even finished the.
Shit, you got stories within the story that's in a. Yeah, I'm with it, bro. I'm chilling.
That's That's why it keep going on. So we'll get to this real quick. I'm inside his obituary though. Like I got a picture of me, him, and Ali Cuzzo, right? All of us together. So I made the cut inside his actual program. So that's like super, it's just super humbling. Like somebody that you grew up listening to and seeing how big of a star they became, and being accepted by his friends and family to a degree where they put you inside something that lasts forever. Like when they print out the book, his obituary looked like this. It was this thick. It had all his pictures from his life and things like that. And I was one of those pictures with me, him, Ali Cuzzo, and the painting. So that's inside that. So going back to the dog was funny, man. He had character, like for real. Those who know him know how funny he was, man. Beautiful brother though. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't take no mess. But I know that everybody know that, you know what I mean, just knowing them, but I never experienced that part. We had a different relationship, you know what I'm saying? My relationship with him was through the art, through my man Ali Cuzzo, you know what I mean? Even later on, my man Meech, it's just I like to shout out names when they come to me because I don't want to leave nobody out, but I do leave people out, you know what I mean, not on purpose, but it's just so many, I pay attention to all that. Anybody that helped me get anywhere, shout my name, or just sell my names in different rooms and things like that. I'm really humbled by that. Even if I didn't mention your name for whatever reason, there's no malice with it, you know what I mean? But I couldn't do this alone without the people rooting and cheering for Demont Pinder, first and foremost.
Come on.
With Stephanie is a part of the DMX family too. And me and her share a story with her, with Swiss Beats mom. Swiss Beat, like that's a whole nother situation. I just want to shout her out. But X, I did like 6 shows with X. I toured with him, New York, DC a couple of times, Philly. Yeah, I think those are the 3 places that we did something in. I might be missing like 1 or 2 of them. But each time that we performed, I did a piece. That picture right there was taken in Philly at the TLA theater. Me and my man Rich rolled up and he took that photo for me. Bang. That was an easy picture to capture because of the whole mass, like it was just iconic, you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of easier for me to capture. I probably did that in like 45 minutes. That's pretty much like how long.
I was about to ask you how long that take. 45 minutes?
Yeah, about 40, no longer than an hour and 15. I forgot how long the show is, but definitely between 45 and an hour and 15 for that. And a lot of the shows for that, for real, for that part. So this is how funny MX is, right? When I do a picture, I'm like, okay, yeah, okay, I'm gonna keep this one right here. I'm gonna sign it. This is mine. We at the Apollo Theater. I had just did DC with him. I came to New York to the Apollo Theater. With the Apollo, that's another thing too, though. I'm probably the only person that performed it 3 times live painting on stage. So I did Raheem, I did Eric B. and Rakim, and I did DMX. And speaking of the Apollo,
fire, yeah, bro. I am moving, man. Bro, I am
speaking
moving.
Of this impromptu, I just happened to see this. Speaking of, you see the wood? You know how they wrote the thing on the Apollo?
Fucking Apollo wood, bro. How the fuck you get the Apollo wood? How do you sew that shit off?
It's not the official. It's not the official Apollo wood. It's my official though. Look,
that's it, bro. I'm like, nigga, how did you sew the shit? I'm like, nah, you the goat, son. I'm like, bro, Stephen Shepard, yeah.
Yeah, so I put her on on the wood. So that was my little tribute to her. While we was talking about the Apollo.
That's dope, bro.
They're supposed to live in the Apollo. I gotta get up there and figure it out. We'll see. Until then, I'll keep it.
I might have a plug for the CEO of the Apollo. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. I'm dead serious though. I got you.
Okay. All right. Nah. I need that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm dead serious. I got you. Let's make something
Yeah. I
happen.
wanted to be like really like on display, like in a case where it's sacred. So hopefully, we can make that shape. But we at the Apollo right downstairs after the performance. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I just finished doing a piece. I know this one is mine. We did like 4 shows already, whatever. I know this one is mine. So when I we backstage, I'm like, yo, dog, can you sign this for me? He was like, sign it? Oh, I thought that was mine. I was like, nah, I thought, you know what I mean? I did the yeah.
Yeah, those are mine. What do you mean?
Yeah,
What do you mean? Get another one.
He's like, yo,
Think about the growling.
We did DC, we did Philly. I need this one right here. You know, he said, I said, yo, nah. He said, what you gonna do with it? I said, nah, I'm gonna put it, I'm gonna take it and put it in the vault. He said, the vault? The vault? What vault? I put it in my vault. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we go back and forth, right? So I'm talking about me and him talking, right? Like it's a friendly clash of like we try to see who want to keep the pitch. I'm like I can't, man, I can't say no to the dog, but I really man. So he's like, yo, how about I get this one, and I do a sit down with you, like I do a personal portrait and that'd be yours, bang, like we can do that whenever. When you want to do it tomorrow? I gotta go back tonight. He said, no, just stay there tomorrow. Like so, he's trying to convince me to get the joint to him. Long story short, it's his. He got it right. It's way more detail. He got it joint. But and then another time too, when we had this conversation, we was laughing and stuff. He said, nah. Matter of fact, he said, I'm gonna show you all the pieces that I got. He said, watch this. He called Dez, right? He's like, yo, all the paintings. He said, yo, we on FaceTime. So he's not like this. He actually like, yo, all the paintings. Yeah. Show. Turn the camera around. Pong. Look. Show. Look. When you walk in the house, right there. It's right there. Look. Boom. Living room above the fireplace. So he was showing me all the places that the art was at. Though it was really inside his home. That's what he was getting to. So I was like, nah. I appreciate that. So just that whole X story, man. Shout out to his cousin Kali, man. He found the rec. The rec center in Yonkers on Nepperhan Avenue, where they found a mural, a wall for me. So I did a mural there. That's literally like Jada and them. That's their hood right there. I just seen Jada like 2 days ago too. Literally at
Yeah, I saw on the page, bro. Like that's crazy.
2 days ago. So just you see how I be thinking like I'm mentioning Jada. I just seen him like 2 days ago, but I got a whole mural inside the neighborhood with DMX grew up at, man. I went into the hood. Like just me and my small crew. My wife was there one time too. You know what I mean? Like we went there and I just did it. But I felt comfortable though because I know I'm painting the dog. It goes back to what I was saying earlier. I know I'm in the middle of the hood, but I'm painting somebody, a legend, an icon that came from there that they all love. And the first time I did it, right? I went up there, boom. I finished it. The news came, did a dope story, right? And I finished for the day and we driving right back. So I'm on the turnpike and I get the alert. Demont Pinder, whatever it is, Channel 12, Yonkers or whatever. I clicked it and it was like, yeah, we're right here live with Demont Pinder, this guy. And I'm doing the mural. But when when they showed the image of the image, he only got the image because he left like around 7, like the news guy, right? Jay. Yeah. He left like around 7. He finished the story, you know what I'm saying? He put it out like around 11, whatever. But the image that he had at 7 o'clock, do you understand? Because the way I work, I go, like, I'm just freestyling. I don't sketch. Like, I'm just figuring it out. I might got to draw Taraji Henson. It might look like 2 Chainz to Patti LaBelle to Alicia Keys before it looked like Taraji because I'm going through, you know what I'm saying? So just imagine you catching me while I'm in motion. You don't see the finish. I know where I'm going. You gotta ride with me while I'm on. That's crazy. I'm looking at the Marvin right here. I feel like I just chatted with Marvin real quick. It's crazy. That's crazy. So I'm looking at the screen. That's crazy. So yeah, he had a 7 o'clock version, right? And I said, oh my God, yo, this one just went out to the whole New York. The picture was crazy. It was an unfinished, crazy, nice story, but the picture, I said no. Yo, I might be the first person ever too that actually hit the anchor. I'm like, yo, I need you to run this story again. I'm coming back up.
Next. No,
so
you the Soldier Boy of art. That's it.
Give my soul. So Soldier Boy, the first person that had somebody paint him at the Six Flags right here in Maryland years ago. Yeah, I performed with him too years ago. Absolutely, yeah, Soldier Boy. Yeah. So,
bro, I love it.
so I called my guy right and told him the situation. Like, yo, that joint just went out to the whole New York. That image was nowhere near finished. Please come back and catch me while I'm, doing the thing, whatever. So, excuse me. So, fast forward, you drove right back up there. My bro D'Amico, my videographer, photographer, he drove me back up there. And I got busy, so he came up and did another story. In fact, just this, it was a way better story. Matter of fact, I'm looking at. I got another prop for you. Yeah, they're gonna see me get up a couple of times, man.
It's all good, bro. I ain't gonna front about to give you ice, so I gotta get up too. I gotta give me another drink. I use the bathroom real quick because I'm drinking. When we sitting there rocking, I'm having a great time, bro.
These are brand new. These were brand new when I went to go DMX Miru, and this is how they turned out after I was finished. And I love these joints. I put them in the glass case.
Fire.
They was brand new when I got there, and I got one paint spot. I said, you know what? I'm gonna keep them on, and I literally did the whole Miru. So this is paint from the DMX Miru, all in the joint right here. These are
fire, bro. Fire.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So that's just the DMX short story, man. It goes on. It goes on. I
gotta give you one, bro. I got a DMX story that's not even like, yo, bro. So first, it's a DMX story, and long story short, we didn't even get to see DMX, but we in the middle of his hood, bro. It was the craziest shit ever. So we rapping, bro. When I was 13, 14, TNT, I was rapping, bro. I was like young. We was like young Cassidy. We was like the young Locks. I had 3 group members. So we had Godfish's son, right? Hit us up, was like, yo, son, I got a plug with DMX, go to School Street. It was like the school, the project, the day, you know what I'm saying? It's like Eastchester Day, whatever day.
So there's 2 members of DMX in Yonkers. It's School Street and the one I did. The one at School Street is joined though too. I think it got like orange in the background, got some words. Like it's dope. Yeah. So my bad.
No, I ain't been there since. This shit was crazy. Yeah. I'm keeping it gangster with you. So long story short, bro, imagine being 13, 14. I'm with my 3 group mates. We got no nothing. We get out there. They said be out there early, 10, 11 in the morning, bro. We out there in the middle of the projects, 10, 11 in the morning. All the trappers is outside. And we just 13, 14-year-old dudes, bro. We like, nah, son. They said we could rap for X and We had to rap for the entire hood. And if we wasn't, bro, if our shit wasn't right, they was going to run us out. So long story short, we must have been there from 10 a.m. to about 9 o'clock at night. The hood loved us. We had no clothes. No, we sitting rocking. You know what I'm saying? We in the hood all day. Yo, that's the youngest from the Bronx, B. Yo, youngin, you want to smoke? Youngin, you want this? Youngin, yo, y'all good? Y'all playing ball? You good? You need something to eat? Niggas took care of us. We in the middle of the hood. Long story short, we leave at like 8 o'clock, and we heard from people out there. The nigga came like 30 minutes after we left. We stayed there all fucking day. All fucking day. Yo, what I say, Dot? They showed us nothing but love after we spit, bro. We sat there the whole day, bro. If we was whacked, it would probably got nasty.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But that's the same thing though. So what you did with the rapping is what I was trying to do with the art. It's the same concept though, like going inside that place and giving your art form, and they received that. You know what I'm saying? They let you know that as well.
Yeah. But you being authentic, bro. You being authentic with it, bro. So damn. So man, damn, you got so many stories. I'm like, where the hell to even go with this right now? Because we could go so many different directions, bro. But like, one thing I do want to know, because I have a lot of people that come on that are big dogs, celebrities, entrepreneurs, all that stuff, bro. What advice would you give to other people or people like myself, bro? How do you maintain those relationships? That is key.
No. That's key. So that's easy for me to maintain them. If I ever had a falling out with somebody, I promise you, man, I'm not no angel. I'm not no saint. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but I promise you, if I ever had a falling out with somebody, 9 times out of 10, it was something that they did. Cause me, because me, I value like all of that. So when I get a relationship, I try to keep that as like I just try to keep it. That's why I was saying I got friends and family from elementary to now, like my peoples, because I don't know, just being, just trying to be as authentic as possible, and people feel that. So I like when people know that they can. I don't know. I can't really find the words to say it though, but for the most part though, man, I love a good relationship, man, and I try never to do anything to jeopardize that. So only advice I could give is just stay true to you and be, just be genuine and honest as possible, and try not to engage in anything that may hinder the thing. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, and then always try to stay. I know people hate when they ask me certain things because I'm the most biased person ever. Meaning, I always try to find something good with both. It's hard for me to really pick one thing. No, it's hard for me to pick one thing because I don't want to, quote unquote, diss the other person unintentionally. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh no, that's like I bring this up because I bring this up because we have this conversation. It's a real thing. And I don't know how they see it. They may hate me for saying this, but I love them both.
I said it's real as real, bro. If it ain't a blessing, it's a lesson. We learning.
50 and Ja. I got relationships like both of them. I don't have a real personal with 50. Like I don't have his number where I could text him. But when I see him, and even the last time I seen him was in the suites at the Commander Stadium, like, yo, like I seen him, like, oh, what up? Gave me all the love in the world. You know what I'm saying? For that moment, it was quick, but gave me love. He in my town. With Ja, like with Ja, yeah, I could text him like, yo, what up, bro? Shouldn't have happy birthday and everything like that. And I know them two men got their own thing going on, man. I can't be here and be the peacemaker or anything like that, but I could just share my personal experience with both of them. They both supported me, in their own way, and I'm super humbled by that. So I wish both of them brothers well. We from the same town. Where I'm from, literally, I'm in between of where they from, like Hollis and Southside. So I just share that time to time, man, and say I'm the most biased person ever, man. It's hard for me to choose, man. But what I do is just try to acknowledge anybody that sow a seed into the Pinder story, and I'm humble and grateful for that. Again, I wish both of them guys the best. I hope when I be sharing this right here, they both understand who Demont is. Like, y'all got what y'all got going on. I got what I got going on, man. I learned. I'm inspired from both of y'all, man. Y'all both sowed the seed in my life, and I'm humble for that. I'm on the backside. That's it.
Give you one all day, bro. For on the backside was crazy, but but you my dog, bro. But you nailed the answer. So that's the answer.
Yeah,
being authentic, bro. So the same. So when I get the same question reversed, but when somebody asks me, how do you build these relationships? How are you talking to this one, that one, this one? How can you have somebody like Tori speak highly of me to you? You know what I'm trying to say? It's just be authentic, be genuine, be who you say you are, and stand on that shit. That's it. That's the advice. And the thing to me, even to my detriment, I don't ask nobody for shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I show up, I support. Yeah, you got an event going on. I don't need nothing to do. Yeah, boom, boom. I might even get paid to come to the joint. Nigga, I'm still bringing the camera. I'm still bringing the camera. How can I bring value to the situation? You know what I mean? How can I help you out? Yo, do you need this? Do you need that? Oh, word, you got an event coming up. Yo, I know somebody that can actually get you this. Same way you was just talking about with the junk. I might have a plug at the Apollo. Now, if I do, it just is what it is. You connect those dots, bro, and that shit doesn't go unnoticed. You know what I'm saying? If you do it for the right reason, it doesn't go unnoticed. If you're doing it for some snake shit for like, oh, you do me a favor, you owe me a favor later, motherfuckers can smell that out too.
Yeah.
So that's how it goes, bro. So, bro, I do want to say, like, as far as artists, so then you brought a 50 in.
I am for a fact. The only person I paint on stage for both of them to go back with that.
I get you. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go.
No, my bad, yo. I just had to put that in there. I thought about it.
Nah, come on, bro. This is your celebration, bro. This is your celebration, bro. So, like, I do it. We can get to the paints and stuff like that, but I do want to talk. You just brought up 50, the power journey. How did that come about? Like, is the relationship with the 50? He was like, yo, and what did that entail? Like, which art did you do on the joint?
All right, so I actually have it right here too. So I'm gonna give you
my dog.
Yeah, let's see, hold up. Let's see right here. Boom. All right, so shout out to Layla. Layla was the PR. I think she was the publicist for the show. I might be saying her title wrong, maybe, but the backtrack. My bro Omari Hardwick, Ghost. He the one who So look, so Power commissioned me to do 6 images, right? One for each season. And that one was when the club was open for Ghost, and then Kane and he came home. So that kind of like represented that scene. This is in no particular order. This is when Ghost
Fire.
was locked up.
Locked up, yeah, with Tasha, yep. That's a height right there.
Got that one. That's the revenge joint.
The Tommy Holly joint.
Yeah.
Yeah, fire.
That right there. And they sent me. So what it was though. So the way I did the art was they commissioned me to do 6 images, right? And they took those images, and that's what they made the VIP for their for the season finale. They gave an image to their VIP guests, limited edition. Like I can never do nothing with these right here. I sign papers and everything. I can never resell those or anything like that. So I'm gonna get a better frame too though.
I was gonna ask you that. Like how do you, without, you ain't gotta go to the ballpark, how do you even value that though, right? Because those are hard pieces, bro. Like somebody get that, those are one of ones. So it's basically like you make. We talk about this shit all the time. Cause I have people that made like Flow from Progressive. You make something for this particular brand, it's theirs, they own it. If it becomes Flow, that it is what it is, right? And that's kind of like the same shit, right? So like, yeah, you got it.
Yeah, so with that, I knew I was trying like, and they probably never do nothing with it on their end either. They just want to make sure, like a lot of times, business and companies do that. They put something right away. You can't just go and remake that. Like they want to actually get the rights to it. So
I want the IP for that particular piece. Yeah, no, for sure. Makes sense.
This is understandable. Maybe I will probably renegotiate if another situation like that come up because I don't really know no, you know what I mean? Like I ain't really know, or you know what I mean? So it's still another thing. But for that particular situation, yes, I could never do nothing with those. And I respect it though. I don't need to, but
it's all good, bro. You the way you could do them in the hour and you got the whole series again in a day, bro.
They asked me for my writing, right? What is it? Everything has led to this. What they did was they made this is actually the envelope that the prints came in. As you see, it's metallic and everything, like the
yeah.
So the prints came inside. It was a whole package that they sent me. So it was dope, man. A letter from Courtney and 50 was in it, thanking me about with the art and participating and things like that. That was dope, man. Like this was the last season. I mean, this was the last one. That was everybody on there.
Oh, that's tough. With the characters are back in the red. That contrast is fire. Yeah, but I was gonna ask you this, bro. I don't know if we too deep to ask, but I gotta ask, what would you consider your style? Like you got Basquiat has a style, what a Picasso,
Old dirty bastard. Old dirty,
the drunken master.
Father to my style.
There's no father. A song unique.
Nah. So I don't really have a name for it. It's just the Pinder story. I will say though, just in life in general, man, I'm inspired by so many different things. whether I say it or not. That's just the reality of it. Like your eyes are recorders. You recording every time you wake up, and now you just when you go work on something, it comes out a certain way, you know. But yeah. So in that Basquiat, you know, I'm sure it's a piece of Basquiat to me. I'm sure it's a piece of Ernie Barnes to me. I'm sure it's a piece of Dali, Picasso. You know, it's a piece of my peers. You know, I got a lot of dope peers. You know what I mean? Like that's living. Like you know, my community that's dope. I'm inspired by them. So it's a piece of them inside my work as well as the ones I don't personally know. So
That's dope.
I just try to take it and make it my own. When you go to a restaurant, they ain't not getting. You can't give me the thing because I'm saying pause before I say it. So
No,
you can't give me that.
I almost gave you one for these like Picasso's in me and all that, but I'm just for the YouTube. I have it.
Yeah.
I'm dog.
Right. So it's no. You know what? It's no new poultry. I ain't gonna say the other one. It's the same thing. It's all about how you cook yours. So
That's
with
it.
the art, we all figure out how to cook ours. Like I think anybody that actually had a style or whatever, they got influenced by something to a degree. What Nas say he was playing earlier, but later on he said nothing new under the sun.
Yeah. No,
like,
it's original.
Yeah, so it's like that whole thing. So yeah, I just whatever I sign up to or do, I just try to put me into it. I try to put Demont Pinder into my art so it becomes me. So I have no name for my style. I really don't.
So all right. So to look at the pieces, I'm looking at 3 pieces behind you, bro, that are completely different. Completely different. So what is the story? Who is Demont Pinder in each one of those pieces? What do you want people to get out of each one of those?
Yeah, see this one hidden.
Nigga had
this one was made out of.
Every week, yeah, Scooby Doo behind the chair. That's fire.
That's made out of golden grams.
You shit me? Nah, that's crazy. What the hell made you come up with the golden grams for Scooby? That's what I'm talking about. That's I saw unique, nigga. You definitely ODB, bro. You definitely ODB, God.
I had a whole show on cereal, right? And I got some puzzle pieces in it too. The puzzle pieces birthed this style right here with the cereal. I can make art out of anything in my mind, for real. Like,
nah, that's a problem, bro. That's crazy.
That's I like to challenge myself. This collection was birthed December, maybe even late the week of Bassel, whatever day that fall on. Bassel is always the first Thursday in December. So whatever that Monday was, I don't know if it was like December 1st, 2nd, or was it like November 28th? I mean, something, I don't know the thing, but I do remember the whole year I was trying to think what I was going to do for Bassel. I couldn't come up with it, right? Like, I'm just moving and shaking and, you know, just doing different things. Like, I ain't have no concept. The week of Bassel, when I know I'm traveling there, I'm in the craft store, walking. I'm on the phone with my bro, the one who told me how to do graffiti. I'm walking through, I'm looking for inspiration. Looking. So I'm on the phone, right? And I look. Got it. He said, what? I said, nah, I got it. I seen a box of peanut gallery, Charlie Brown puzzle pieces. Box. I automatically knew that I could make something out of that. Anything I could get my hands on where there's a lot of, and I could get it like inexpensively, like just access to it, I know I could take those pieces and make whatever I want. So when I seen that box, I said, I got it. I'm gonna take those puzzle pieces and I'm gonna make Charlie Brown. Not literally put the pieces together, but literally use the skin tones or just the different to make up his skin tone. And then I could still add paint on it too.
That's tough.
So,
because you can see that from a mile away and know that's Charlie Brown, but when you put it close up, that's crazy. Yo, when you throw that close, nah, that's wild, bro. nah, this is tough.
Yeah, so that's that right there, right? And I got Lucy behind.
Period.
I have Lucy behind, and she got the blues on there. So I already knew what I was gonna do with it, right? So I didn't even get a chance to I think I just pressed the button. Was I recording? Nah, it's blanking on this side. I thought I was put this on. So I knew when I seen it, I knew I could make something happen with it, right? So that night I came home, I had to get something out the way, and then I worked on it later that night. So I actually put something together. I sketched it, started piecing together. The next day, pardon me, because my joint is talking to me or something else. So it was throwing me off while I'm talking to you. This way. So the next day I did a little something to it, right? This Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I had to take off because I had to do another event. But Wednesday night is when I finished the 3-piece collection because I had Franklin. It was Charlie, Lucy, and Franklin, right? I finished that joint, and Thursday morning I'm flying to Miami. So I packed the 3 pieces up. I had a show. Shout out to my bro Chris, owner of Black Swan, dope artist, and then my bro Feedy, who's a dope Tufton artist who be making the rugs and stuff. So I had a show with them guys. That I was invited on that platform to showcase on the roof in Miami, fly setting and everything.
Fire.
Remember Monday I found the pieces. Tuesday, Wednesday, I put the pieces together. Thursday, I fly to Miami. Friday, Franklin got sold out of the 3-piece collection, and that was the most. That was the most I ever sold at Bassel with my actual visually, and that piece that she bought, Cassandra and her husband, the piece that they bought, was done not even a week prior because we had Friday now. Monday is when I thought about the idea, but when I said I got it. I think I really had it. Like I really saw it for me to sell it 4 or 5 days later. A master. I gave her the masters. Like she has.
And not only made one, but made 3 of them joints.
Huh?
Not one, but you made 3 of them joints.
I made 3. That was some real man, bro. Like
it's fucking crazy, son.
It's a lot, bro. It's a lot.
Bro, you ain't got to give me a dollar amount. Don't give me a dollar amount. 5, 6 figures. What was that for the sell to master? Like, I gotta know. Like, cause like just show them. Like, I want them to know the investment, right? You see the pieces. How much you might put 200, 300, 400 for the investment. What does the ROI look like? 5, 6 figures. How do you even put a price on that? That shit is fire. How you put a price on that shit?
It was 5. It was
fire,
5.
Bro. Come on, fire, bro. Come on, man. Fucking fire.
And that was the most I ever sold out of Bassel through my 12, 13 years ago. Like,
gangster, bro.
Always. It was so organic how it happened. But it did open it up. Since we talking about, hold on, it's right here.
Yo, that's fire. I ain't gonna hold you. To come up with the idea on Monday, do it Tuesday, Wednesday, fly out Thursday. Not only made 1, but made 3 of them joints.
This goes back to another cereal joint.
Ah, that's fire. Nigga, you done colored the Cheerios. My bro done colored the Cheerios and made it a Smurf. Smurfette. That's fire.
Yeah, that's that. You used to call me Monty, right?
Yo.
I had to do the Montana Max.
Yo, bro, now this is fire. That is fire. Random question is coming on top of my head as I see this shit. What's the most craziest request you ever got for a piece of art? Craziest request. Damn, my fault. That's my dog G. Hold on. This is my fault, child. This is my guest from Tuesday. Hold on one second. G, we on live. G, I'm gonna hit you right back. We on live, so you know I'm working, baby.
I'm gonna come to your live. Where can I watch from?
On YouTube right now, bro. You already know I shouted you out earlier. I'm gonna hit you right back. My dog. That's my guy. I gotta give him love, man. He was Tuesday's guest.
Is that the one? Hold on, that's not the one. I don't want, if it's not, I don't want to speak it on him. But is that the one that was facing life or something?
How'd you know, bro? That's the same one.
Yeah, I heard
life in Dubai.
He doing LLCs and the business and everything, right? Like,
he's dope, bro. He's rocking with Smoke Champs. He's doing stuff with Nori. He's dope, bro. That's the homie. I gotta introduce y'all. Y'all like minded.
I did. So Drink Champs. So I know Smoke Joint, but Drink Champs, they filmed. Matter of fact, you seen it. You seen the episode with Floyd, Lil Wayne.
Yes, I did. That's the classic joint. Yep.
That's my art behind them.
Y'all nah, son. Y'all out of control, B.
That's
y'all out of control. Y'all out of control. My bro said, "Yo, are those considered mosaic pieces?"
Nah, those actually. I had so my bro Chef Teach. He's the owner of world famous House of Mac in Wynwood, in Miami. That's the Pinder Story home. So at the time, he was making one restaurant morph into two, and he had an open space. So before he actually built that space out, it was a blank joint, and he gave that joint to me as a gallery for for the Bassel joint. So that joint was just my gallery with everything on the joint. But they was filming periodically. They was filming different joints there. I gave and Nori from Left Rack. So that's the last neighborhood.
You already know. So my homie, the one who just called me, he's from Left Rack. You might even know him.
That's correct. I wouldn't. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't know. I don't really know the adults. You know what I mean? Cause I moved so young, and I wouldn't know them. You know what I'm saying? We might find out like, oh shoot, we was there at the same time.
You might have been like community center. Yo, we used to play ball. You never know, bro. But I'm gonna make sure I make that plug.
You know the part. If he on a live or whatever, comment. I used to live in Building Rome on 57th Avenue. The Blimpies used to be right across the street, and I went to the school right around the corner. But the park had the monkey bars and everything, like the swings, and behind the swings was the garage. When you walk through the garage to Junction, I think that's where the pizza shop was at. I used to live on 18th floor. They didn't have 13, the number 13. They didn't have those in the buildings.
Right. Yeah.
So it went from, you know what I'm saying? Like
my sisters used to live there in Left Rack. My sisters used to live with their grandmother in Left Rack City, bro. I used to go. I know exactly what you. So G, if you remember, put it in the comment. I'm gonna make sure I link y'all up after this. I promise you, G. You already know my dog, man.
Look, I'm gonna see if I can pull it. Let me see how that.
Nah, this is dope, bro. This is just chopping it up, kicking it. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's supposed to be. It's organic, y'all. We have none of this plan.
I don't know if you can see it. Hold up.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hold up. Is it blurry still? I'm trying to get to zoom in.
Nah, I see. FN Nori. What's the name? Claire. I'm trying to see in the back. It says like soul food.
You don't see Pinder?
Nah, that I don't see. It's too like small. Close.
Okay, here we go.
Oh my goodness. Nah, that was crystal clear. I should nigga zoomed in. That was crystal. Boy, the soldier boy. Oh, that's word the mother. Well, bro, it's so that I can see it. That I can see it. Yep. Fire. Hell yeah.
So that Lil Wayne, there was a few others though, but yeah, that's my Drink Champs story.
So I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm coming down there next month. I already told you earlier, I'm coming down there next month, but I'm already gonna have the cameras with me, bro. I'm doing a walkthrough at the stadium, at the National Stadium. I'm doing a walkthrough, right? Like one of my mentors actually owns the team. He's one of the owners. So I'm gonna walk through, do something. I'm doing DocuCast content. I'm going to the BET building. I'm coming through. Bro, I would love to see some of these pieces in person, and let's just put some stories behind it, bro. Let's just chop it up, get a couple of sips or something, and let's just chill, bro. I would love that. Real shit.
We got that locked. I got the good eats for you and everything. Like we got the good places.
Let's do it, bro. I would love that.
Baltimore, we could hit each one if you want. You know what I'm saying?
I'm dead serious. I'm pulling up on you. I'm dead serious, bro. I would love that. It's gonna be me, wifey, and my dog. That's it.
Nah, that's dope. Yeah.
That's what we do, bro.
Yeah. So it's stories beyond stories, bro. Like any person that you name, let's do this right here. Rand, it's not even scripted. None of this is though. Just name 5 people. I may or may not did something for. I know you did your research, so it's kind of hard. Matter of fact,
Nah, I'm gonna do entertainers. Let's do it. You want to do entertainers, musician? Like, what do you want me to go? I'll give you 5 right now off the top.
All right. Either or. Because if I didn't do it, then I gotta figure out it's something connected.
I'm gonna give you my 5 top musicians and entertainers all time. I'm gonna go Hove, Martin Lawrence, Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy, and shit. Give me one, baby. Give me one. Jadakiss.
Well, you know I got the.
You already know you got Jada. You already know we got the Jadakiss. You already know we got the Jadakiss. Nas. Let's go, Nas.
I got everybody except for Eddie Murphy.
Ah, come on, Sean. Nah, he's the
Everybody. I got stories and pictures with everybody except for Eddie Murphy.
That's crazy.
But
what's the Martin story? What's the Martin?
But look, check it out though. I said if I don't have.
Nah. See, that's the nah. I
got
the man. That was the man trying to block you, dog. Trying to block the great. That was the man trying to block your greatness. Nah.
I can't hear.
You hear me now? You still can't? What bumba clot? How about now?
Nope. Let me see.
Yo.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Boom. Let's do it.
Yeah, I got everybody. So Eddie Murphy, I got Arsenio Hall. I had a picture. I did a piece at the Arsenio Hall show where he was performing. I got a video of Arsenio Hall saying, Demont, a wise man once told me, he had the long finger, right? He was like, Demont, a wise man.
You're stupid. Should go back to the living color joint.
Oh, they put the toy on there, right? That's what I'm like. Yeah. So he's like, yo, a wise man once told me. He said, Quincy Jones. He said the word show business is longer than the word show. You got a talent, never forget it. So he was saying take care of your business first, other than the show. That was passed down to me from Arsenio Hall, which was passed down to him from Quincy Jones, the late great Quincy Jones. So that's I don't got Eddie Murphy directly, but I got Quincy. I got a picture with Quincy Jones too. He was holding up my shirt when he came to the XM radio station when I was working for FedEx. I used to work at FedEx, leave there, and go to an event at XM, which is across the street. That's now Sirius Radio across the street, or vice versa. I go there first and come back. Like I got Gangstar over there. I seen Dipset over there. Like yeah, that's all. I recorded over there. Like that's another. It's
yeah. We might go parts. I got a special request, bro. If I come down there, bro, would you mind making a piece and we fucking record you making it? And we speed it up. When we speed that joint up and be like boom, 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 and show you doing it and show the fin. Because I ain't going front, bro. Like I love this piece of art. I don't know this brother. I know you. This shit is fire. This is my shit. Mm-hmm. I love it.
That's dope. Yeah.
I love the piece. You know what I'm saying? It's not going out the house. But I would love if I could have a new look, bro. If you could make something, bro, and we could do it in real time. That we out of here. We viral. Phew. But now speaking of viral, what you said, bro?
No. I'm listening.
I would say now speaking of viral, I gotta know, bro, because you've done so many incredible things, bro. You got stories of fucking everybody. You don't have a mountaintop, but what is something that you're aspiring to do right now? I'm big on affirmations, bro. I'm big on saying it and it happens. So what is something you're aspiring to be now? Do you want your work in like the Louvre, the Hip Hop Museum? Like what is something that you like, yo, I'm shooting for?
I probably got one in the Hip Hop Museum. Nah, because I did something at the Hip Hop Museum Gala, which was I believe last year. Yo, she invited me there. She was one of the hosts there, so I was there painting live. And the piece that I did there, I believe I did a piece of Cool Herc. Excuse me, and
a legend.
It was left there, and I did something else. So it may or may not. They have it. The museum, Rocky and his son, they actually have it. So it may pop up later.
That's what I'm connected with. I'm connected with Rocky. We supposed to get him on the show.
Yeah, my bro, my bro, Harry G. That's my real brother-in-law. Dynamite 2 is his group back in the days from Brevoy Projects in Brooklyn. had a song called "Can't Stop Till You Reach the Top." Him and Ernie, right? Dope. They was dope. They had the dope pictures with the leather suits like the Eddie Murphy joint, but they had the black joint with the Kango and the braids. Iconic, you know what I mean? They career didn't go too far because they did something that they didn't know they wasn't supposed to be doing. I think they did promotions for 2 different radio stations back then, and it kind of it was something crazy. That's the only reason why they didn't go where they had a potential to go. They did shows at Run DMC. So the point, what was I saying? Reason why I brought them up, man. Oh, okay. So I went to the first hip hop museum to meet Rocky because my brother-in-law Harry, he bought what did he bring? He bought something there, but they had something already in regards to like the group. So we went there. We get them something else, but that's definitely going in there. Like I think it was like a record or something, but that's definitely going into the hip hop thing. So even if I'm not in there personally, my family, like my oldest sister who taught me how to draw, her husband would be inducted into that joint. So that's one. That's
a whole one. Come on, man. Celebrating the dopeness, man. Come on.
I want to do more of what I've been doing actually. Like I'm looking over there. I got like book covers. I want to do more of this, you know. Back to this right here, the DMX right. Like he was a super icon at this moment right here. Wearing my shirt. This came out when I was living in a hotel. So I was sitting there looking at asking God like we had just got evicted. We was only in the hotel for like a week or two, whatever, before we got a whole new situation. So we was always fortunate never to be living outside. Always had my parents always had the funds to put us up in a hotel until we transitioned to the next situation. Fortunately. But when this came out, can you imagine living in a hotel? Your daughter at daycare, your parents at work, you there by yourself, you just got home from work for FedEx, and you looking at an icon on a magazine with your work on it.
Yeah, bro. You shitting me?
Like,
you think I don't know, bro? Bro, I told you earlier off camera, we were the only podcast in a Molly house. Bro, it was a week before Christmas. Nigga, it was almost Kwanzaa for the whole year. you know how it be, bro. Sometimes you gotta risk it. You gotta do it. If you love this shit, and you gotta figure it out. I get a date, you gotta go down there. I gotta figure out flights for the team, hotels for the team, B&Bs. What we gonna do? We gotta go to Walmart. We gotta get food. We gotta make sure we right. And that's what happens, bro. Fire, bro.
They did a whole spread. I ain't never had this before. A whole spread of an icon. I never. This is my, like, for real.
Bro,
issue number 2.
Bro. The value of that alone. Come on, bro. So that's what I'm trying to get to right now. It's like, yo, I can hear the passion in your voice, but I can also hear the aspiration for more, though. I can tell you not like, you know what I mean? You're not just sitting back like I'm chilling. You're not doing that. I can sense it by the way you talk, bro. So that's why I asked you the mountaintop and what you're inspiring to, bro. Like, how do you stay so motivated? How do you not get in your head and get creative block, right? Like, because you got dope, the joints just now with the Charlie Brown. How do you top that pause? Like, how do you keep elevating the art? What gives you that motivation?
Hold on. What my dad going Dennis Elwood joint, man? I don't have that program on my phone. Put it on for yourself, man.
Nigga said hit the button on yourself.
Hit the button on yourself.
Nigga said hit the button on
that's
yourself.
another one too, though. Hit the button on yourself. That's a whole nother one. That's a whole nother Dennis. Hey.
Pause.
Hey.
Pause.
Hey, yo.
But nah, so the way, I think the way that it's just it's I think you gotta really just have it, man. Like you gotta really want it, and I constantly want it because I always and I have these conversations personally with my peoples, right? So when the time and place present itself, I will share it. Like now, I'll share how I feel. A lot of times I feel overlooked, bro. And I say this time to time. I feel overlooked for the fact of I'm everywhere, but I put myself everywhere. I gotta work that much harder to be everywhere and be visible. My phone is not blowing up for me to do things. It's me being places and having my own relationship with X, Y, and Z where I'm invited that way. But nobody, I'm not just sitting here chilling and my phone just ringing. Nah, it's not like that. But I am active and I'm out there because I want to do more. I got a lot to prove. I want to show people like, yo, I'm really nice, man, for real. Like everything I see me do is like it's microwave. So I'm creating pieces like this. And I don't take it for granted. And I'm not bragging at all. It's just my truth and my reality. Like I told you, I did 3 of these in 4 days. Well, I did 3 of these like 2 or 3 days, whatever. And then on the 4th, 5th day, I sold one at Bassel for a nice amount. That's the power of that. When I'm doing pitches on stage, I got 3 minutes, Ellen DeGeneres, and I got 45 minutes, so hour and 15 with DMX, Raheem, like them type of things. So if this was music, I always tell people know me from they heard my freestyles, right? Oh yeah, Demont. Oh no, his freestyle was crazy. Like he papoosing it. You know what I'm saying? Like he nice. Okay. Only a few people heard my single. Nobody heard my album. Yeah, my album. Meaning everything that you see me I'm doing, it's like at a fast pace. Like I really have yet to sit down and spend some time on a piece for myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna spend 2 weeks on something like this. What would that look like? If I could get out my own way and spend 2 weeks on a size like this, do you understand what it would be? No, this is like 5 hours. You know what I mean? Like, and that's my whole collection. Like everything that I do is like fast. I'm grateful for that position, to be able to create that fast. But I do have a desire to really give people, like, so people can really hear my album. So yeah, I'm aiming for that, man. It's a lot of stuff in between. Like I said earlier, I want to do more album covers. I did Raheem first album cover, The Love Experience. Shout out to Danny Haston. I did the art for The Love Experience. Danny Haston was the visionary that took my art and did the photo shoot and everything. So that was when I was working on that album. When we was working on that album cover inside a job office, I never forget. We went, let's go around the corner, bro. Get something to drink. We went around the corner. We got I think it's a 4-pack of Saperos, the beer, the hard can.
Yeah.
We go to those. So we got the Saperos, the hard can joint. We went back in the office. Now we working. We had job office where everybody was pretty much gone. It was a young lady beside us working on the album cover, right, or the single. She said, "Hey guys, this new artist, he wants graffiti on it. How do this look?" We looked at it. We like, oh yeah, that's dope. Went on about our business. You know who that person was?
Who?
Chris Brown first single.
The running joint. Oh my goodness, bro.
Whatever it was, graffiti, something like it was one of them first, like one of them joints. Chris Brown.
Shit.
I run into Chris Brown periodically, like throughout the years. The most recent one was last year. Like last year, year 2 ago, whatever. He was leaving this club, and I was down there, had a little gift for him and everything. And I had my glasses on too. He's walking past, like it was a security, females, whatever. He walked past. I like, yo, Chris, he's walking, right? I ain't want to say it too loud because I'm like, at this point, I'm saying it twice. You don't look back. I can't make myself look crazy. So I'm like, but I gotta accomplish my mission. So it's a lot with that too, though. That whole scenario, like me want to get something accomplished, I gotta work within my means. Like, how do I feel about putting myself in these environments and presenting myself, even at this level? I don't want to play myself, but I don't want to be too prideful where I don't get the mission accomplished. So it's like it's like that. It's crazy. Like it's he walked past. I like, yo, Chris kept like walking, right? I said, yo, it's Picasso. He looked. oh, yo, gave me the dap hug. Yo, good seeing you, man. Yo, how you, whatever. Hold on, I go little kiss. Nah, thank you, man. It was real quick though. It was real quick, but they was that whatever seconds that he gave me, and I got it all on camera too. Somebody was recording. I didn't even know they was recording. I said, yo, damn, thank you for that, man. I needed that because I had on my glasses, but somebody had the joint recording from afar, so you could see Chris walking, and then when I say my name, he looked back like, oh man, what's up, man? You know, man, love, man, always, whatever. So you talking about the Michael Jackson of our time, respectfully. To be recognized and still appreciated by somebody of his stature, and I appreciate that from anybody. It's not just because Chris Brown. I'm just saying with him because I know his time is crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see billions. So for out of the billions of people that he see, he's still able to remember whatever love that I gave him. He could pour it back. So that's why I'm sharing that part of it.
No, because you know what? Because you made him feel some sort of way, and you made an impact. They meet billions of people every million. They might meet 100. Let's say 5,000 people every single day, right? I'm in sales. So in order for me to stand out, I got to do something or make you feel some other way. So you remember me out of the 100 or 200 calls you get every fucking day.
Yeah.
And that's what you do with your art. That's how you do it, how you approach somebody. That's how you do it, how you give them a pound, the energy they feel on the pound, right? It's the energy, bro. It's the alignment. And when you're aligned, so what I do want to tell you is like, I get what you said about the balance, right? You want to be like, yo, look, like I've done this, I've accomplished all that shit, but I also want to come off like I'm fucking arrogant and this and that. No, at this point, bro, you put in the work. No, you put in the work. Any room we go in right now, bro, is chin up, chest out. We do the work. I got some videos right now, bro. I'm gonna talk my shit for a second, bro. I got videos right now on a live stream. I got my kids here, my wifey here, and all that. I'm doing more than some Hot 97 videos.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it gangster with you. Nigga, Ebro just said he got a problem getting guests. I ain't never got a problem getting guests, bro. I'm doing 3 episodes a week for this whole month because the demand is so crazy. I had to do it from 1 episode to 2 to 3. Dang. So what I want to say is it's all about your relationships, bro. Imagine how many niggas he done fucking blackballed. Imagine how many people he done stopped from getting an opportunity. I had a random person yesterday, bro. The person I had on yesterday hit me up, said he saw me on Instagram and said, I love your show. I want to be on the show. Gave me a little bio. I said, you're on the show. That is it. There was no, nigga, you're 19 or 21 children. You're working with your granddaughter. You got a show working with the NFL. Get your ass on the show. Let's do this. Let's talk about it. But also, in exchange for that, I got to sacrifice time for my children. I got to sacrifice time for this. It comes with a trade-off. So what I say to you is, bro, the trade-off, you've already made a lot of trade-off, bro, but you're on a path to do something completely different from anybody else that's in your space. You have the relationship to do something completely different. The shit I just recommended to you, and let me come through and boom, 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 and can you make a pain for me? If I was you, I would be doing that shit to everybody I know. Let me come to your crib and let me do a paint right now. I'm going to get on camera and you get the original, I do a print. That's money right there. So now you're showing people the art in real time, but guess what? You control the media. You don't need Ellen. You don't need more than a title. You don't need fucking Jay Leno. You feel me? So it's all about how do we get this message out. And so I just wanted to give you that gem. You know what I'm saying? Because I can see the passion, bro. Nigga, you out of here. It's not even a question. You already impacted the culture. You're out of here. It's just how do you value success at this point? And once we are, the stories we tell ourselves. So I want to tell you, you're fucking dope.
Thank you.
You that nigga.
Appreciate that.
I'm telling you right now, from king to king. You that nigga, bro. So chin up, chest out. Make that shit happen. Ain't no excuses at the top. It's only solutions. You got it. And you didn't get this far by happenstance. You know the vibe. From one motherfucker working the journey to another one. It don't just happen this way. You made it happen. You made it happen. They asked me, yo, how you get Beyonce's pops? It took me 30 tries. I sat on the couch, 30 tries, and said 30 no's. Are you willing to get 30 no's to get one yes? Niggas ain't built like me. They ain't built like us. And I'm going to champion that. So fuck it if it comes arrogant, then do the work. Then you can brag too on your work.
Yeah, do the same thing. Yeah.
Do the same thing, then you can brag on your work.
It's
Well,
a lot of elevators.
What happened, bro?
It's a lot of elevators and escalators, man. I didn't really have that. I didn't have access to that. I had to get the steps in, man. That back hallway going up the stairs, walking up with this journey. You know what I'm saying? So,
That's real. That's real.
Yeah. So even if they do have, even if they do have the elevator, because you can't fault somebody with what they have access to, because the people before them worked a certain way, so they have the elevator. I guess I would just propose to them to just in a different realm, just make some type of change or put themselves in something where they can aspire to next, and don't shit on them though, because they might not have that same access. That makes sense. Like, you can have it, but don't use it to your advantage. You get what I'm trying to say?
Use it for the greater good, bro. Use your purpose. Your purpose ain't shit if it don't affect multiple people.
Yeah.
It's got to affect the greater good, bro, the people, right? My purpose might affect my entire community. I walk outside, bro. I feel like I'm Nipsey. That's crazy that you got that, because I use that analogy all the time. I walk outside, it's like, yo, so I saw the pie yesterday. That was dope. Yo, how you meet son and boom, boy. And I'm chilling, going to get eggs with my kids. I don't care. I'm going to get this or that. I'm good, comfortable. I ain't got a front. Yo, I ain't got $1 million yet. I ain't got to act like it. I ain't got to act like it, because I ain't portraying that shit. But I'm good, though. My family good. We eating. We good. So it's just to say that, bro. So, like, for us, bro, I just want to say I love what you're doing. I love the passion that you have for it. Like, you're inspiring people, bro. I heard a quote today. Nigga said, yo, being a leader is knowing that people are following you even when you're at your lowest. So you don't know who's watching you. You don't know who's watching this podcast. It might say 5. On LinkedIn is another 10. On YouTube is another 20. On Instagram is another 30. And I'm talking to CMOs. Like you did with the entertainers, I can do with the brands. You name McDonald's, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, anybody. I've had the big dogs here. Same way I'm talking to you, same way I talk to them. I literally just put up the CMO McDonald's just now, right before we came on. Who's talking to the CMO McDonald's from the couch, drinking a Dindu with a spliff by the side?
That's iconic, man. That's one of them. That's that. It's a rare situation.
But you got to create your rare situation like you did. Your story is so fucking rare. It sounds crazy. So you created that rare situation. So guess what? Let's celebrate you and take a toast for you creating a rare situation for yourself, for your family, for those that love you, and for those that invested in you. That shit means something, bro. So that's what this is for. Straight up. So from one king to another, you did that shit. And keep doing that shit. Keep doing that shit, bro. This is why Tori connected us.
Yeah, Tori, shout out to my bro, man. Like, been solid from day one. You know, I've been on Big Ron for a minute. Like I said, we did one of our first tours with New Edition, Joe Levert, Brian McKnight, some legends, man. So I got a chance to tour with these dudes, man, and naturally just become family. You know, be on the road and back to back. You just develop some type of relationship with them. So from day one, you know, we've always been super solid, man. Just watching these guys perform. People that my older sister, you know, love. Everybody was every female back in the days was a candy girl, man, including my family. So
talk about it.
So you know, seeing that and hearing about that back in the days as a kid to now being a little more mature and having access to these guys, man, I don't take it for granted. Like, you know,
you can't take it for granted. But if you was a sucker, you would have to take it for granted because you wouldn't have it again. But you stayed solid. You have to be a certain caliber to stay in that room. That's why I'm confident saying what I'm saying. Because it's deeper than that, more than a title. I don't care. They know who I am. I would never say anything disrespectful. I would never harm you. You know what I'm saying? That's never the intent. So that's the same with you, bro. They feel comfortable around you. They know I can have my kid around you. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's Demont. Yo, bro, you see his painting? Inspire their kids and da. That's why you're in the room. Because you bring that energy. Just keep bringing that energy. And sometimes it's hard to bring that energy when you're sleeping in the hotel. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it gangster, bro. It's hard doing that stuff, but you got to show up. That you did. That I'm doing. So for that, bro, like, come on, bro. We celebrate that. I can't wait to link up. For everybody's listening, I'm going to give people the backstory before we end it off. We didn't know we was going to do this until like 5:30 today. I'm keeping it gangster. We didn't know. Bro, thank God, because it was just we never had miscommunication. We never do that. Like, Tori, I didn't hear from Tori. I hope you good. Like, I literally texted him this morning, like, you good, bro? Like, is everything all right? The family cool? Boom, bing.
Yeah.
But like, you know what I'm saying? When you hit me, I was like, thank God you hit me. He's like, yo, we still on. I'm like, I was ready to watch the Knicks game, watch the Celtics.
Yeah.
I'm ready to do it. I was ready to get into that, but I was like, nah, bro, let's do it. Because I wanted to hear your story. Spoke high.
I be having, I'm just kind of like bad with that. When I be moved, but certain things just be like in the back of my head, like, yo, I know. And Tori sent me a text the other day too. Yo, can't wait to see this episode, bro. I like, nah. I had it in my That's one of the few things that I have on my calendar, but I had it that we were shooting today. I just wanted to make sure I knew the details. And I was looking forward to this conversation too, man, for real.
I'm glad we had this. I'm glad we first of all, welcome to the More Than a Title family, dog. Episode 3. 283.
What episode?
283. Play the number. Play the number 2. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't want to miss out on the money train. I won't play that motherfucker too. I'll miss out on the money train. I'll be sick. But yo, 283. We've had Big Bro Ron on the show. We've had Big Daddy Kane on the show. We had 112 on the show. We've had the CEO of Revolt, CEO of Rap Snacks. You name it, bro. You name it. They've been on the show. And so what I want to say and what being a part of the family is, this ain't about no payola. This ain't about none of that shit. It's about real people connecting and me, us all winning. Because we don't get celebrated like this normally. You go to Jay Leno, but you might not feel how you feel right now. You feel real.
Yeah.
You feel like I'm with my brother. I'm with the homie. Absolutely. Like you feel me what I'm trying to say? And that's what it's about, bro. So for that being said, anybody I've spoken to before you, anybody after you, you have access to. You got my phone number. Text away. Yo, Jay, I saw you talk to this one. Done deal. You're on a phone call with them in 24 hours. Because that's what we do. Because you gave me your time, bro. You shared your story on this platform, and that means something to me. So I got you, bro. Any way I can help, you got a brother here. You come to New York, red carpet. You come to the Bronx, you want some CV, whatever you want. We good, bro. I got you. Now, I mean that shit.
Nah. I received that, bro. I really appreciate that. So the BX, did you see what Lala did her Winter Wonderland? You ever seen that post?
Nah. She in the Bronx. You don't know about it?
She was at the what's that? Gaucho? What's the
Gaucho? Yeah, 149. Yeah, yes, sir.
I was just there December for Winter Wonderland. I was painting. So if you ever see Lala with the winter, you probably seen the image and didn't realize I was right behind her. That was because we talking about the Bronx, so that was right.
Big Bronx energy, baby.
Yeah, and you know who one of my brothers too though, who you gotta get on here if you haven't done yet, Chi Ali.
Yo, can you make that happen? I hit him up. You know, hit me with the Vlad price. Hit me with the Vlad price. I ain't gonna hold you. Hit me with the Vlad price. I ain't Vlad, dog. I ain't Vlad, my nigga. I had to hit him with the yo nigga. I ain't Vlad.
I ain't gonna lie. Part of me from always step. I don't know. That's about
my dog. He a good dude.
Yeah. I you know, and part of me because that might be you know, it's a business in itself with that. So Absolutely. So part of me over
No, I respect it. No, but I'd rather you tell me. And if you do, and I'm gonna keep it real with you, I'm like, yo, it doesn't mean I don't respect your story or anything like that, bro. But I'm just not in a position where I'm monetizing the show right now, which is correct. Yeah. When I get to that point when I'm like Vlad and I got 20 years worth of data and I could predict what your episode's going to do and I can get a ROI on my investment, but I'm not going to pay you $2,000 or whatever the price it is. And I'm not going to pay you whatever and not know I'm going to get a return on my investment. As a small content creator, I'll be out of business.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be out of business. This is relationship based. You might come on the show, spend an hour with just what I just told you just now. You got access to everybody I spoke to. That's more than 2,000. That might get you 10. It might get you 20. See, my bro, you really sold your boy out there. You really sold your boy out. Say, my son got receipts. Success has receipts.
Yeah.
Success has receipts, y'all. You heard it.
Yeah,
So once again, bro, I'm pulling up on you, bro. I just want to say once again, I'm proud of you, bro. Thank you for pulling up. This is such a dope episode. I'm glad we pulled up, bro. I'm glad we locked in. And just please tell the people, bro, because we got a lot of people tapped in on where they can find you, where they can support you, where can they just say what's up, what's going on.
Yo, first and foremost, man, we did 2 hours on here, and I still feel like we ain't scratched the surface. So we got to do another one on. But the people, I appreciate everybody tuning in to the Pinder story, checking me out. You can find me on Instagram, Demont Pinder, DemontPinder. That's on all social media platforms, mainly like Facebook and Instagram. But other than that, you can find me here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm just here. Man, we're gonna do something else when you come down too, man. I got you. We're gonna do something dope.
I'll be there. I'm telling you, 3rd week of May, bro. I'm in the building. Whatever you need me to bring, whatever, we good, bro. I just want to say much love, nothing but love, man. Keep inspiring. I'm inspired. I'm leaving this inspired.
I'm in the Rolling Stones today. I was mentioning Rolling Stones.
Talk about it.
No. I just want to give them something current. So when you look back on the show, it came out today. So I just wanted to mention it. But we could tap into that to a whole nother.
They on the Rolling Stones, it dropped today. He on the Rolling Stones, it dropped today. What artist is doing? What artist is doing going to Art Basel and doing what they do? What artist has come there and had the relationship that he had? The pictures he's had. Do you need to? Let me just show him one more time, just in case. You see the pictures. Success has receipts. Success has receipts. And I didn't even tell you about this one. We had shot, first of all, praise to Offset Westfield Speedy Recovery. We had Miss Latavia on. We have Offset Mama come on the show. She's such a lovely. So I was so like, first of all, no parent should have to go through that shit. I'm just keeping it real. I know we grown men, but I can imagine as a father, like, yo, your kid getting shot, how you feeling, kind of stress and trauma you dealing with. So I want to say prayers to the whole family, because she's such a lovely lady, spoke of her family highly, showed love, and she's family. You know what I'm saying? So I hope y'all good out there. I'm definitely going to tap in with y'all soon. But if you want to get some work like that down into the family, we can make that happen.
That's a bet.
We can make that happen. That's a phone call away. But I do want to say, bro, episode 283, you heard what it is, man. The bro 283 moved around. He's from Queens. Moved down there, right? Mama moving around. Mama getting to it, man. But you know what Mama knew? That she wanted to provide different opportunities. Ain't the move, man. Saying a blessing is a lesson, bro. Learned every step of the way. Knew what his passion was early. Found out how to monetize his passion. But more than that, he took the bet on himself at every turn. Who's doing Betty Boop on somebody's pregnant stomach and saying, I'm going to do it? Do you love your work that much? You going to better yourself that much and keeping the beam? Are you going to do that? He's telling you what it is. Had a friend, Raheem Devine, say, yo, quit your job, man. Come rock with me. Somebody doesn't do that unless you're a solid brother right there. But he took the bet and leap on himself. And look what it is. 20 years later. 20 years later, y'all. Every day doing this. Wake, sleep. I can tell he's obsessed with this. And that's the level of passion and grind that we need in order for us to get out. We got to be twice as good. That's what it is. So if that don't tell you anything, man, this brother's the real deal. I'm wishing him nothing but success. He's part of the family. My brother, Demont Pinder. And we out of here on episode 283, y'all. You heard it. 283, y'all. We out of here. We going to see y'all.
What you know about me?